Okay, so NCERT textbook exercise 1.1. All right. So is 0 a rational number? So we had discussed this topic about 0 being a rational number or not. So it's very simple. Is 0 a rational number? Yes, 0 is a rational number. Why is 0 a rational number? Because 0 can be written as 0 by -1, 0 by 1, or I can write 0 by 2, right? So it is written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers, right? P and Q belongs to integers and Q is not equal to 0, right? So once it follows this logic, that means it is a rational number, right? So 0 is a rational number. Yes. So next question, find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So how many rational numbers? 6. No matter the number, we can easily find rational numbers between two numbers. Let's see how it is. So if on the number line, if you think about it, where is 3 and 4? Suppose there is 3 here, there is 4 here. We need numbers in between them, right? In between these two numbers, we need numbers, okay? So what I would suggest is, if you have 3, you can increase the number. How do you increase the number? I can write it as fractions, okay? Suppose I need 6 numbers, right? So I'm just going to multiply with, suppose 6 is n, okay? N is equal to 6, okay? Just multiply with n plus 1 on the numerator and denominator. N plus 1 on the numerator and denominator. I'll tell you why. So once you do that, let's see what would happen. If I do n plus 1 on the numerator and denominator, how much is it? 7 3s, it'll become 7, right? N plus 1 is 6 plus 1, which is 7. So 7 by 7, your answer will become 21 by 7. So if it is 21 by 7, 3 is 21 by 7, right? So 3 can be written as 3 into 7 by 7, which is 21 by 7. Now what can we do? 4 is what? 4 can be written as 4 into 7 by 7. How much is that? 7 was a 28, right? 7 was a 28. Now why did I do that? I'll tell you here. If you look carefully, what are the numbers between 21 by 7 and 28 by 7? I can take 22 by 7, right? 23 by 7, 24 by 7, 25 by 7, and 26 by 7. Yes, 27 by 7. So did I get 6 numbers? Yes, I got 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 rational numbers between these numbers, okay? So this is what you have to do. Now what is an easier method? There is also another method. So what is this method called? Multiplying with n plus 1. What is n? N is the number of numbers we need, right? So n plus 1 with numerator and denominator, okay? So you'll get the exact. Or what can you do? The other option you have is, I'll give you an easy idea. Let's remove this. What is the other way you can do this? The other way you can do this is very simple. Let's try to multiply with any number, okay? Multiply with any number means, suppose I can multiply with 10 also, no problem. So 10 by 10, why am I saying multiply with 10? Because then your multiplication is easy, right? It becomes 30 by 10, correct? What about 4? 4 will become 4 into 10 by 10. So what is your answer? Your answer will become 40 by 10, right? Now you know 31 by 10, 32 by 10, right? There are 9 numbers in between. Out of the 9 numbers, you can write any numbers, right? Up to you. You can write 38 by 10, right? 37 by 10, right? So that is the logic. So it is up to you how you want to write, which numbers you want to write, correct? So yes, this is the logic here, okay? So we got how many of numbers you want, you can get. So multiply numerator and denominator. So if you have a number, you have to multiply with a fraction. What is the logic of multiplying with 10 by 10? 10 by 10 means what? It remains 1, correct now? So I'm just writing what? I'm writing another representation, a fractional representation of 3. What is a fractional representation of 3? 30 by 10, 40 by 10, correct now? Yes. Now what is it? 31 by 10. There will be 31 by 10 here, 32 by 10, 33 by 10, 34 by 10, 35 by 10, 36 by 10, 37, 38, 39, and 40 by 10, like that, okay? That is the logic here. All right. So let's try to understand next question. 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Okay, this is also easy. So what do we have? We have 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Is the denominator same? Yes, the denominator same. So what is the trick I told? Instead of doing n plus 1, you can do n plus 1, right? That is one method. There are 2 methods. What are the 2 methods? You can do n plus 1 by n plus 1 multiply on both the sides. This is probably what your teachers might say. Okay, so if you're doing that, what would your answer be? Your answer will become 5 plus 1, which is it? 6. Correct now? I have to multiply with 6 by 6. 5 numbers, so n plus 1 is 6. So 6 by 6 I have to multiply, right? What are the numbers I'm getting? 6 3s are 18 by 6 5s are 30, right? 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30, correct? So 19 by 30. So what are your numbers? 19 by 30, 20 by 30, correct? You'll get exact numbers, okay? 21 by 30, then we have 22 by 30, we have 23 by 30, right? This is the first method we discussed. What is the other method I told? It's easy. Just 3 by 5 multiply with 10. Why am I multiplying with 10 in numerator and denominator? Very simple, because it's easy to write. 30 by 50. Easy calculation, easy multiplication. There is no error you're going to make, right? That is why I'm telling you just have to multiply with the same number on numerator and denominator. It's up to you which number to take. I'm telling you guys to take 10. Why am I telling you guys to take 10? Because then it is easy. 30 by 50 and 40 by 50. It's an easy representation. So 31 by 50, 32 by 50. You can take any number. Okay, you can take 39 by 50, right? 38 by 50. Can I 41? No, because that is not within that range. It should be between 30 and 40, correct? It should be between 30 and 40, right? 35 by 50, 36 by 50. You guys got the logic, right? So this is how you have to do it. It's very simple. Try to write it down as you learn. Please write it down along with me, okay? So you will not forget it. Have a note beside you. Write it down, okay? If you have any doubts, again I'm repeating, please post it in the comment. I'll guide you guys, okay? All right, let's see the next one. Here we have following statements are true or false. Give reason for your answers, okay? So let's try to understand how to do this. Every natural number is a whole number. So how did we do? We know real numbers was what? We have rational and we have irrational, okay? Under rational number, what all do we have? How did we learn? That's why I drew the diagram. How did we learn? We first learned about counting numbers. Counting numbers is natural number. To the natural number, we have whole numbers, right? Correct? Whole number. So every natural number is a whole number? Yes. That is, every natural number is a whole number. So whole number is on top. Natural numbers are whole numbers? Yes. Are all whole numbers natural number? No, because 0 is there, right? Is all whole number a natural number? No. Is every natural number a whole number? Yes, right? So is every natural number inside a whole number? Yes. That's why I drew the diagram for you to understand. Is every natural number inside a whole number? Yes. So that's an easy way to understand, okay? So you can clearly say yes. Okay, every natural number is a whole number. How do we do it? So natural number is the first counting numbers we learned. Then we learned what? Then we learned whole numbers, right? So every natural number, is it a whole number? Yes, it is, right? Natural numbers inside whole numbers. Correct now? Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And goes on till infinity. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So every natural number is a whole number? Yes. Correct? Yes. So next one, every rational number is a whole number. Let's look into rational number. What is a rational number? Rational numbers are of the form p by q, where p and q are integers, q is not equal to 0. So let's try to understand whether that is true. So what is rational number? You have to write what is rational number, right? So every rational number is a whole number. That is the first question. Second question was there, but it is not visible here, but no problem. I'll write it down. So here we have every second question in exercise 1.1. The second question was every integer is what? Is a whole number. Is every integer a whole number? Yes or no? No, right? Why? Because if you think about it, we have natural numbers, then we had whole numbers, then we had integers, right? So every integer, is it whole? No, there are some integers here, no? These integers are not whole numbers. So the negative numbers are not whole numbers. So every integer is not a whole number. So this is false. Okay. This is false. This was true. Okay. All right. Now what's the third one? The third, every rational number is a whole number. So rational numbers are of the form p by q, where p and q are p by q, where p and q belong to integers, q is not equal to 0. I'm repeating this again and again so you guys get a hang of it and understand. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are whole numbers, right? So every rational number, is it a whole number? No, we have fractions, right? Whole numbers are not fractions, correct? So 3 by 5, it's a fraction. Minus 3 by 5, it's also a fraction with integers, right? So what do you understand here? So this is false, right? So you have to say fractions like 3 by 5, 1 by 2, they're not 3 by 5, 1 by 2, they're not whole numbers, right? So it is false. Every rational number is a whole number is a false statement. Okay.